Welcome to the Rhythm Maze. I'm Daniel Pacillo, and I'll guide you through the maze of 22 rhythms. So, for me, in my experience, I really believe that within any given subdivision, being 16th notes or triplets, there's 22 rhythms that we're dealing with. Now, on the PDF that I provided, there you have the 22 rhythms written out, and it's in the 16th note subdivision. So, what are 16th notes? So, for every one beat, there's 4 notes. And the way we count it is 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. So the 1, 2, 3, 4 are the beats. And the E and Us are those 16th notes drifting by. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So now you're going to see these dots and these greater than signs or arrows. And what they mean in music are accents. So basically every time you see one of those arrows, it's an accent. We're going to play our hands together every time we see that. And then the dots, we do nothing. We rest. So if you look at the first bar, you have a full bar of dots. We're going to be using that as our counting. Now, what I like to do is on the beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, I like to play my feet in this kind of walking manner. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. So basically, measures 2, 3, 4, and 5 are on beat 1, the E, the and the of the 16th note. So I'll play you measures 1 through 5. So the count in, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4. We could go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1. So to recap, we're dealing with 16th note subdivisions. The way we count 16th notes is 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. Every time you see an accent, you play your hands together. Every time you see a dot, you do nothing. Those are rests, and we need rests in music. We gotta be able to breathe when we play. Now, what I like to do is I like to set up my metronome. I'm going to set my metronome to 60, and what's going to happen here is I like to put in the 16th note subdivision, so this is what you'll hear. So I'll get my feet going. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and. Right? So when I count myself in, that's already measure 1. So I'm going to go down this whole page so you see what's going on here. And let's see what happens. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E So again, I set the metronome to 60. I went through the rhythms. Now, is that good enough? No, because all you're kind of doing is learning the maze, right? So the next thing I would like to do is I like to improvise. So the 3 steps I'm always taking every time I'm learning something is conceptualize. So understanding what it is that I'm learning. Okay, so what I'm learning is how to play the beats on the accents and not playing anything on the rests, and understanding the 22 rhythms. The next step is to exercise. And then the third step is now to improvise. So I'm going to keep the metronome on at 60. And what I like to do is set a timer for about a minute, just so I can save time, right? 1, 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 4 E and a 1. So again, you conceptualize, so understand what it is that you're doing. You're going through this maze, understanding these rhythms, and then you exercise it. So again, the quarter note today was 60. Slowly start increasing the speed. I think 120 should be suffice, should be fast enough, but like that's something that you should be working towards. Once you get to the last bar of just 16th notes, you know, come 110 to 120 gets really dicey. But along the way, what I need you to do is improvise. You take these rhythms and you start using them. Start to say something with them. So again, to recap, we're dealing with 16th note subdivisions. The way you count them: 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Have your walking feet play on the numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time you see an accent, you play. When there's dots, you don't. You use them as rests. First thing you do, you set up the metronome, maybe put on the 16th note subdivision. Try to go through and learn these rhythms. Slowly increase the speed. Make it your goal to get 120, but if you don't get there, you know, you'll start really hearing these rhythms around, 80 to 110. You can really start hearing them in modern music that you like. And then you improvise off of them, meaning that you sit there, you set the metronome, you set up your feet, and you start playing. And see what comes out of you. Now, don't get frustrated if everything is not making sense right now, because obviously I get to see the big picture and you're kind of seeing the pixels right now, but be patient with yourself. What we have to really understand is rests are just important as notes. There's tension and release. When you're playing, that's giving the tension. If you're playing too many notes, the tension kind of builds up, but then when you stop playing all those notes, there's this release, which is the rests. So the rests are just important. Again, take these 22 rhythms, have fun in the maze, and we'll see you for our next lesson.